Good, that's good.
Okay. All right. We're doing the abdominal structures on the plastic model, and this one here, this is descending the abdominal aorta, and we'll see the branches of this. This is the inferior vena cava here. These are the kidneys. This is the suprarenal gland, and the main structures or the main arteries that we need to see that are coming out of the aorta are this one that will be hanging above the renal vein, that will be the superior mesenteric, and this one down here will be the inferior mesenteric, and this will be the celiac trunk. The celiac trunk is very close to the superior mesenteric, and the inferior is very close to the bifurcation. If you look at this one, you can see what I'm talking about. So if you look at this is the abdominal aorta, and this is the inferior vena cava. If you go down here, this one here is the superior mesenteric. It's hanging above or superficial to the renal vein, and the renal vein is obviously superficial to the renal artery. So this will be the superior mesenteric. If you go up like an inch or two, you will see this trunk here, which is the celiac trunk. And if you go down all the way in the middle, you will see this inferior mesenteric artery, and this is like 1 or 2 inches above the bifurcation. And the bifurcation itself is something that we need to know. And this will be the right common carotid. This will be the right common iliac. This will be the left common iliac, and there will be from the right common iliac, we will see the right internal and right external. I don't see the internal here, but we will see it on the model. On the cadaver. And here is the left common iliac. We'll be giving you this one here as the external, the left external, and the internal should be going down here. Same branches. If you look at this is the inferior vena cava. We'll give you the right and left common iliac veins. If you go up here again, you will see that this is the renal artery going to the kidney, and here's the right renal artery. And as you see, the veins coming from the inferior vena cava are superficial. So this is the left renal vein that's passing through the kidney, and it runs superficial to the aorta. And here the same thing. So the vein is superficial or anterior if compared to the artery. This is obviously the kidney. We should make a section in our cadaver, and this one here is a suprarenal gland over here. This, if you look back here, you'll see also the ureter. This is one of the structures that we need to know. Here it is, coming down here, and here is again the right renal vein, the right renal artery, left renal vein and left renal artery will be here, and this is the suprarenal, and these blood vessels going to the suprarenal artery and vein. This structure here will be the spleen. The spleen should be up there, and you will see it hiding under the diaphragm. So this is the spleen. And the muscles here, this is the psoas major, this is the iliacus muscle. The psoas major is one of the muscles that we need to know. This is part of this structure here. And if you remember, this is the iliac bone, so this is iliacus, and this will be the psoas major. This muscle down here, which is under the kidney, will be the quadratus lumborum muscle. And these are some of the muscles that we need to know. If you look at this structure now, and this is showing you, this is duodenum right here, this is the pancreas, the head will be here, the neck is here, this is the body, and this will be the tail over here. And as you see in the back here, this is the inferior vena cava, and the aorta has been cut, but it should be going down here. And as you see here, this will be the celiac trunk. Okay, this is the celiac trunk, this is the left gastric artery, this will be the splenic artery, this part here, this will be the common hepatic artery. This will be the proper hepatic. This is going to be like, you see it close to the triad down here. So this artery here will be the proper hepatic artery. This will be the gastroduodenal artery that's going to give you off the other branches. So this is the first one, which is above the pancreas. If you go under the pancreas, you see this one down here, which is the superior mesenteric. The inferior mesenteric will be further down here. So superior celiac and superior mesenteric, the inferior mesenteric will be down there. If you look at this structure here too, this is an opened duodenum, and as you see, there are 2 papillae here, and this will be the major and this will be the minor. How to recognize them? The major is the one for the entrance of the main pancreatic duct plus the common iliac. The common bile duct, sorry. Here. This is the common bile duct here, and this is the main pancreatic. Both of them are going to enter here. There should be an ampulla at this point here, but you see the major papilla, and this will be the minor papilla for the entry of the accessory pancreatic duct. This is the pancreatic duct here in the middle of the pancreas. And as you see here, if you follow the spleen, the splenic artery will be going all the way to the spleen. And this is obviously the suprarenal gland. This is the two kidneys, the suprarenal gland, the spleen. Pause. Okay. Yes. Okay. If you look at this one here, this is the stomach, and this will be the end of the esophagus. This is the fundus, and this is the cardia of the stomach is right here. The antrum. This main part here will be the body. And this part here will be the pylorus until you get to the pyloric sphincter, and this will be the beginning of the duodenum from here. So these are the parts of the stomach that we need to know. This is a greater curvature, this is a lesser curvature. And if you look at this model here, this is the right lobe, this is the left lobe. And if you look at the back, right, left, and you see another two. This is the caudate and this is the quadrate. How to know? The caudate has a coda, which is a tail down here, going down, and this is beside the inferior vena cava. The quadrate is a quadrum that is beside the gallbladder. If you follow up with the gallbladder, you see this is a cystic duct, and these are the two hepatic ducts, right and left. They are going to join with the cystic duct, and this part down here, this will be the common bile duct, and this is the part that we were seeing going down, which is, it goes like here. So it goes like down here, and it will enter at the major papilla. This part here is called the Porta Hepatis or Porta Hepaticus, which is, you see it's surrounded with white here. This is the Porta Hepaticus, and you should see three structures. This is a common bile duct. This will be the hepatic artery, the proper hepatic artery, the portal vein, and this will be the proper hepatic artery, and those two branches here are the right and the left hepatic arteries, and this is something that we need to know. It might be hard to find in the cadaver, we'll try to find it, but at least what you see here is, this is a common bile duct, this is a portal vein, and this will be the proper hepatic artery, right and left branches.